Welcome back, guys. This has been a bit of a journey. Today's video, I'm going to take you through the building of the raised garden beds that I've started. We're going to do a few of them, but at the moment we've done one. So basically this one here, as you can see, is quite an hello Kenya, is finished product. It has plants in it, and let me take you through the video, show you what it is, and then at the end of the video, please watch to the end. I'll do a quick rundown of this garden that we've made and why we've made it like we have. Just a little teaser. It was to chicken proof it. So let's get into the video and then we'll come back to this later. Today I'm going to do a DIY raised garden bed assembly. I've decided to start gardening a section of our garden on raised beds, and we're still in the middle of winter, so we're not going to start planting yet, but now no better time than now to get things prepped for when we start planting in spring. So to start with, I have 2 3-meter sheets of the corrugated iron, which I'm going to use these what we call fencing slats. It's a 25mm by 76mm slat, which I'm going to cut into sections. I'm going to make them the same length, obviously, and they're going to create a frame around the corrugated iron. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the cutting. Basically, the garden bed is going to be 3 meters by approximately 600. I just need to do some cutting before I can start assembling. So I'll cut everything up, and then once I've got one panel assembled, I'll run through it on a section of the video. Hello, Misu. Hey, trusty border collie. Always wants to be involved in everything. Right, time to break for lunch. So let me just show you quickly here. I've made the frames, 2 outer frames for the long sides, and then after lunch I'll start the short ones. So effectively that's what it's going to look like if you imagine it standing up. So what I've done is I've just using what we call fencing slats. We've doubled it up on the inside here, so that the zinc will sit flush across here with a center post, so that it doesn't bulge when we what do you call it? So you can see the center post over there, and then the 2 outer posts I've doubled up by using a shorter piece to make up the gap difference. And then the center one, obviously there, will be to help keep the turn this around. It'll be to help keep the thing from bulging, the bed from bulging once you filled it. We will also run a section of galvanized 6 or 8 gauge wire across the middle of the bed, inside the bed, to pull the 2 long sides together. Otherwise, what I have seen in past videos that I've watched, they do tend to bulge over time as the weight of the soil starts to pack, especially when it starts to compact down. Because as the soil drops, you add soil, you keep adding soil, so whatever's at the bottom rots, and then you just keep adding, but it does compact over time. So we will do that once we've assembled them. We will drill the holes, pull the wire through, hide it behind the slats. Okay, let me update. It's been a few days. I'm not rushing this, not in a timeline yet. So let me flip this around. Okay, so let's start down here. So those are the first panels that I showed you earlier in the video. So we've now assembled them, and I've added plastic on the inside just to slow down any rusting that might happen, corrosion over time. And then in the center I've pulled them together with a section of wire which comes in behind this strut here. And that'll just prevent it from bulging outwards. So if you look, okay, so I've also, before I go back and take a step back, you'll see I've also thrown quite a bit of old logs just to try and create a bit of a filler at the bottom, and then we'll fill the rest of it with topsoil and then a layer of compost and potting soil mix on top. So that's what it looks like from the distance. Pretty snazzy myself, I think so myself. So that's the one. The second one will come across here, and then the third one will come up this way. And then we have this pile of very nice looking topsoil that we will use to go in. I'll mix a lot of it will get mixed up with some manure and some compost. Okay, so once this is full, we'll start transplanting all our little lettuces. These are all lettuces that I showed earlier that had grown from seeds, and some of the chilies will get transplanted. When I'm finished and I've planted in here and I put the mulch in, I'll do one quick last little spin of the what do you call it? Sometimes words escape me, of the project. I'm quite excited to see what it'll look like in the end. All right, so a quick tour. So we finished the one raised garden bed. I made a small one in the back there, but the chicken, our one chicken specifically, Justine, was jumping up and eating all of my lettuce. So let me show you here. So what I did is I built a 1.6 meter fence all the way around, made it look neat so that it can be part of eventually it'll be a, what do you call it, a feature of the garden. In the back here we have the pomegranates that, if you go and check back in the early videos, how we propagated them. We've got one that's growing here and it's doing very well, and we have one, if I can zoom it, over there. There's another one there. He's doing quite well as well. I used the same fencing slats that I used for the raised garden bed. Excuse me, Kenya. And by doing it like this, I've managed to keep the chickens out. As you can see, the garden bed we've already eaten lettuce out of it. We've got our tomatoes starting. We've got leeks going, more lettuce. Very sad looking garlic. I tried to save them, but it's not working. We've got some jalapenos that we've caught up, and then this one has got strawberries. So yeah, so with the raised garden beds, initially I wasn't so keen on them, but it seems to be working better, with especially water retention in the drier parts of the country, like where we are at the moment. I'm just finding that the ground holds water for longer and the plants are happier. They're much more lush. Our beetroots are looking very healthy. The lettuce does very well. So I've started doing a lot of planting above ground in other containers. I'll do another video on that later, probably next week. So keep an eye out for that. I'll post it. Just a way to do a cheaper way to to raise your beds and get the best out of them. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, like, subscribe, share the video, and keep an eye out for the one I'll be doing soon about other ways of doing raised gardens or raised beds without having to spend too much money on fancy ones like that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.